Britney Spears' nasty divorce has social media believing Sam Asghari has ulterior motives.
She has been through so much in her life, from the conservatorship to how her family has treated her, to how the media has treated her. The last thing that she needs is this.
Sophie Turner may be the media's villain in her divorce tale, but fans are waving the red flag at Joe Jonas.
Now he's having to backtrack because he was like, oh damn, that didn't go how I thought it would go.
And Ariana Grande's alleged affair isn't the only dirty laundry hiding in her closet.
I just wanted to say that Ariana Grande has always been that weirdo.
Let's get into it. Our first story covers an ongoing messy divorce between one pop idol and her soon-to-be ex-husband that has fans bracing for battle. On August 16th, it was announced that after nearly 5 years of dating and 14 months of marriage, Sam Asghari had filed for divorce from Britney Spears.
Literally everyone acting normal. Britney Spears is getting divorced, everyone! She's getting divorced!
But while Sam's subsequent Instagram posts made the split sound amicable, stating they will hold on to the love and respect they have for each other, and he wished her the best, recent reports have suggested otherwise. Unreconcilable differences. That was the only reason the divorce filing gave. Insiders, however, well, they were talking. But was what they were saying adding up? One source appeared to put the blame on Sam, telling Page 6 Sam would disappear for months to go filming for work, and Britney would be left all alone. However, another supposed insider told TMZ Britney was the unstable party in the relationship and allegedly physically harmed Sam while he was sleeping, leaving him with a black eye. This, however, wasn't the last straw for the husband. No, that would be the alleged affair.
Britney Spears' husband, Sam Asghari, is claiming he caught her cheating with a housekeeper. He's also said she asked at least one of her employees to film her naked.
Of course, this didn't come from Sam's mouth per se, but another source, as these insiders continued to make statements on behalf of the couple. She's adamant she didn't cheat. The two haven't gotten along for a while, and it finally came to an end after a major blow-up. Another insider fired back in an interview with ET. But if Britney and Sam did divorce over a major blow-up, it appeared they were still experiencing the fallout. Reports alleged Britney wanted custody over the dogs and planned to return her diamond ring Sam reportedly got for free. Britney suspected Sam of secretly acting as an informant for her estranged father Jamie in an effort to reinstate her conservatorship, and Sam was allegedly already asking for more money. But it was the last allegation that resonated with fans. After all, they'd been joking Sam had lost everything in the divorce.
Do not be with Miss Spears, okay? Because karma's gonna come for your job, your hairline, and your pecs.
So had his bank account been the final straw?
Sam Asghari is reportedly demanding a huge payout from Britney Spears despite their prenup.
The difficulty arises because allegedly Sam Asghari has been threatening Britney, saying, if you do not give me more than X, which is the amount I'm entitled to under this prenup, I'm going to humiliate, embarrass, and destroy you. Which is a big no-no. He's also apparently gone and told industry insiders, do this and do that, and tried to poison the well against Britney.
The thing that upsets me about the Britney-Sam Asghari divorce is that, this is a woman who has been used and exploited and taken advantage of her entire life. And it looks like, to a lot of people, that she's just being exploited again.
While Sam had continued to refrain from speaking publicly about the divorce, Britney's social media seems to hint at the superstar's feelings, with Instagram posts dedicated to her haters, quotes about muting people in real life through implementing boundaries and guarding her heart, and a video where she replaces her wedding ring with a fake giant version. More recently, on September 3rd, Britney lip-synced to the 2003 hit Trick Me by Khalees and captioned the post, "How many times have you guys been lied to or tricked by someone you loved?" And on September 5th, she posted a dancing video, captioning the post with the scarlet letter of the digital age, a snake emoji. As for how single life has treated the star, well, less than 2 months after Sam filed for divorce, it was reported that Britney had already booed up again, with her ex-con housekeeper, Paul Richard Solis.
You know the best part about being an American is if you work really hard, put your mind to it, follow your dreams, you can date Britney Spears. Look, I'm not one to dog on felons, because, a couple things went a different way, I could be a felon, but this guy's a felon.
However, after the couple's tabloid debut, sources close to Britney claimed this was not a full-fledged relationship, but a short fling after Sam left, that ended the second she learned of Paul's criminal history. So for now, It seems an upcoming book release and a rumored new album in the works will have to keep Britney content. After all, it's Britney's impact on music and pop culture that made it no question who kept the fans in the divorce.
And it's easy to be on the other side and saying that the signs were there. They were there. But the reality is, Britney has not been surrounded by genuine love. So when someone presents themselves in a particular way, you believe it.
I don't know about y'all, but I am Team Britney for life. All the way. I love her so much, and I just want Britney to know that we are all Team Britney.
I just want Britney to be happy, you know? Like, I just want her to find a man that has integrity and is not balding.
But what happens when two celebrities of a similar status call it quits? Our second story proves that there's no telling in what direction public opinion will sway. A Game of Thrones star and a Disney Channel alum might not sound like a natural fit, but Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas made it work. At least, for a little while. But now, after 4 years as husband and wife, Joe has filed for divorce from his wife after the marriage between the parties was irretrievably broken. As for how this came to be, well, there were plenty of narratives circulating the tabloids to choose from. However, social media users quickly noted that every story from a supposed insider seemed to hold one person responsible: Sophie. Sources claimed it was the actress's choice to shoot a film and leave Joe at home to rear the children solo, which had been too much for Joe.
This man was in charge of those kids for 2 months with, I assume, ample help. And he was like, no, it's too much, I'm out.
But wait, other reports alleged it wasn't Sophie's commitment to her craft, but her partying ways that had poisoned the marriage.
Joe's PR team is clearly in overdrive. Sophie is getting the absolute villain edit out of this. She is being painted as a massive party girl, which it just doesn't add up. Sophie has had 2 children in the last 3 years. I don't exactly know how big of a party girl she's been able to be.
Or was it something Joe had overheard his wife say on their doorbell Ring camera?
Dude, you want to know what it probably was? She was probably out with her girlfriends, came home, and was probably like, fuck, like, I gotta, see Joe now.
But,
if I had a nickel, are you kidding?
Whatever the catalyst behind the divorce was or wasn't, the smear campaign against Sophie had clearly backfired.
Reports make it sound as though Joe's camp has planted this. So people are like, what the did Joe Jonas do? That his camp is trying to get ahead of this.
Even actress Jessica Chastain believed Joe miscalculated his popularity with his transparent attempts at PR manipulation. In fact, Sophie only seemed to win her further support online as fans defended the actress and criticized the media coverage as misogynistic. And when it came to the partying allegations, fans called out 34-year-old Joe for going after 27-year-old Sophie and being surprised that she's acting her age. But then again, in Sophie's own words, she wasn't exactly a wild child.
Who's the homebody in the relationship?
In fact, introverted Sophie thrived during quarantine, unlike Joe.
Joe's he's a real social butterfly, so I struggle to kind of lock him down and have him just spend time with me. So it's like prison for him, but it's great for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm an introvert. I'm a homebody. I just if I could stay at home all day, I would.
And while the Daily Mail clung to the party girl narrative with a headline that read, Sophie Turner partied without a care in the world, just days before Joe Jonas's divorce was announced, bar manager who spent the night drinking with Game of Thrones star reveals that bar manager was setting the record straight on TikTok.
So all this is my fault, and I'm very sorry for it. It wasn't intentional.
See, Hezron Stevenson's bar had hosted a rap party for a project Sophie was a part of, and he'd taken a photo with the star. While media outlets used this photo as evidence of Sophie's reckless lifestyle, Hezron clarified what really happened.
There was literally 40 people there. There were producers, there were executives, there were people that she was working with. And now it's been spun about like she was out on the set.
And for her to be painted like she's some kind of terrible parent, I can't comment on that because I don't know her lifestyle. I don't know her like that. But what I do know is when I did meet her, she was very down to earth, very lovely, very approachable, very nice. And I feel very sorry that all this has come about from photos that I've posted. So yeah, whatever, it is what it is. But if Joe Jonas wants to scrap, tell him to meet me at Belgrade Theatre at 2:30 and we'll have it.
So if it wasn't an incompatible lifestyle that led to the divorce between Sophie and Joe, what was it? Well, after a little sleuthing into the couple's past, fans believe they have the answer. In a 2022 interview with Elle, Sophie said she loved living in America, where she'd been with Joe since 2019, but it would be better for her mental health to be back in the company of her friends and family back home. England would ideally be the final destination, but Joe might take quite a bit of convincing. She told Elle. So, had an ultimatum been behind the divorce? It was possible. But now that the two separated, social media users couldn't help but be reminded of Joe's messy split from his high-profile ex, Taylor Swift. Taylor's alleged song about Joe, Mr. Perfectly Fine, also resurfaced, which mirrors the smear campaign about Sophie, with lyrics describing a man as casually cruel and strategized. Taylor's song even gave examples, singing, "Everything revolves around you. Insincere apology so he doesn't look like the bad guy. So smug, always wins." And perhaps Sophie could relate to Taylor as they were recently pictured smiling, arm in arm, in New York. People were also reminded of Zoe 101 star Alexa Nicholas's allegation, which said, he's the guy who wore a purity ring but asked for nudes. And with that, Joe no longer had a squeaky clean Disney image to fall back on. While allegations of Sophie partying, not being a good mother, and saying something unforgivable over a doorbell ring camera might not have won Joe the support he was looking for, the constant rumors have inspired plenty of memes. Joe Jonas reveals Sophie Turner bought chairs that were too tall so his little legs couldn't touch the ground, TMZ reports. Sophie Turner on the Ring camera.
Note to self, after a long day at work, I don't want to see that.
Don't tell Joe this, but One Direction is so much better than the Jonas Brothers.
Goodbye, Mr. Perfectly Fine.
With all these allegations circling, Joe defended himself at the Jonas Brothers concert on September 10th.
If you don't hear it from these lips, don't believe it, okay? Thank you, everyone, for the love and support to me and my family. I love you guys.
As for how the divorce will play out, financially, their prenups allow them to retain their assets. But family matters is another topic. On the morning of September 21st, Sophie sued Joe for wrongful retention of their 2 children from their habitual residence in England, claiming Joe wouldn't turn over their passports when Sophie came to pick up their children in New York. The court filings also allege Sophie found out about Joe divorcing her from the media. However, in a statement given to TMZ, Joe's representative alleged Sophie already knew about the divorce, and Florida court has restricted both parents from relocating children. Joe's rep even added that Joe is willing to co-parent with Sophie. While Sophie has only spoken out through her joint statement with Joe that referred to their divorce as a united decision, it seems there's a lot more to that story that we don't know. And now for our last story, featuring the split that everyone saw coming. When Ariana Grande and her husband of 2 years, Dalton Gomez, simultaneously filed for divorce on September 18th for irreconcilable differences, the news wasn't so much earth-shattering as it was, well, expected. After all, reports that the two had separated under the strain of living apart while Ariana filmed Wicked in the UK first surfaced on July 17th. And then, of course, there was the storm that followed when Ariana's new relationship made headlines just 3 days later. And for good reason.
Wait a second. TMZ just reported that Ariana Grande is dating her Wicked co-star Ethan Slater. But Ethan Slater is married.
Yep, it seemed Ethan had been just as spoken for as Ariana. But were the timelines between these romances merely close? Or had there been overlap? Both Ariana and Ethan denied that their relationship began before they were separated from their respective partners. But social media told another story. See, while Ariana and Dalton's divorce filings made it clear that they had actually separated on February 20th and not this summer, the songstress had celebrated their second anniversary in May by sharing an Instagram story of them kissing, captioned, "I love him so." That same month, Ethan posted a touching Mother's Day tribute to his wife, Lily J. Did these look like marriages on the brink of divorce? Well, when it came to Lily J, who'd given birth to her and Ethan's first child, just months before this news broke, it seemed the wife had been none the wiser. In fact, the wife had reportedly been completely blindsided by the news.
Allegedly, Ethan sat Lily down a few days before the news broke about him and Ariana and said he wanted a divorce. Lily never saw it coming.
And she was devastated after losing her former high school sweetheart to a woman she allegedly hung out with on set when she came to visit Ethan with their baby in April.
The weirdos that you have to be to have an affair and have the audacity to meet one another's husband and wife while in that affair with each other, sickening.
In fact, the estranged wife had just one scathing indictment to offer the singer.
In a statement to Page 6, she goes, "Ariana's the story, really. Not a girl's girl. My family is just collateral damage."
as further salacious details involving the alleged affair became public knowledge.
According to a source, Ariana and Ethan weren't careful. They'd hold hands on set in between takes. They were sloppy and not hiding it.
Social media users became more incensed.
Ariana, listen to me very closely, okay? You're going to hell. You are going straight to hell.
And in this environment, content poking fun at the couple flourished. Videos that expose Ethan's not entirely swoon-worthy portrayal of SpongeBob on Broadway. Comparisons of the resemblance between Ariana's new beau and her brother.
I can't unsee it.
And astrological breakdowns of what toxic placements allowed this relationship to foster.
But when I heard about this, I instantly looked up her zodiac sign because I knew she was a fucking Cancer, because this is some grade A Cancerian shit.
All promptly went viral. But as users began digging into Ariana's past, which included the singer's shady decision involving her tattoo of the badge number that belonged to ex-boyfriend Pete Davidson's father, who lost his life as a firefighter in 9/11.
After her and Pete broke up, she didn't get the tattoo removed, but she did get it covered up. And what do you think she got it covered up by? The name Myron, which was Mac Miller's dog's name.
And the infamous donut scandal.
I think how you talk to customer service workers says a lot about who you are as a person. Also, licking donuts, that's just foul. That's foul.
It soon became clear Ariana's latest alleged affair wasn't the singer's first rodeo, along with the recent boyfriend stealing accusation from a TikTok that dates back to 2010. There was the not-so-subtle hint from Naya Rivera's 2016 memoir that alleged she'd caught a certain someone whose name rhymes with Shmariana Shmonde at her then-fiancé Big Sean's house before he started dating Ariana. And Cassie David's insinuation that Ariana had swooped in when she and Pete Davidson were on a break.
Every single person that Ariana Grande has been with, she's cheated on or she's stolen from another woman. Imagine how big her ego must be. Ariana Grande will always be in her pick-me era. She needs therapy, and she needs to leave other women alone.
Even Ariana's relationship with her estranged husband appeared to have less than kosher beginnings, as when they went public as a couple in 2020, Dalton's ex-girlfriend, Ricky Barton, posted an Instagram story captioned, "When you see your ex with the person they told you not to worry about." But while Lily J dubbing Ariana not a girl's girl, might have stuck thanks to social media's unrelenting coverage of the scandal.
If someone says you're not a girl's girl publicly, that is a nightmare.
Suspicions that the relationship would fizzle out given the singer's thank you next approach to dating haven't. While the two have kept a low profile on their relationship since Ethan filed for divorce, according to the latest from the Daily Mail, the lovebirds are allegedly shacked up together in New York City. However, a report from the news claims that they are not living together, but simply spending a lot of time together. As for Ariana's soon-to-be ex-husband, well, he didn't let his vows go without a fight.
Although Dalton knows Ariana has moved on with Ethan, he still hasn't given up hope that they can make things work. On one hand, Dalton wants to give Ariana her space, but on the other, he's trying to remain in contact with her.
However, by August 29th, there were reports that Dalton was learning to accept the split for what it is. And in a refreshing twist, a source close to the couple told TMZ that neither Ariana nor Dalton hold any ill will towards one another, and they've been really caring and respectful of one another every step of this process. But whether this recent relationship is the singer's happy ending or a cautionary tale, time will tell. Stay tuned as we continue to report on everything buzzworthy from messy breakups and sordid affairs. What do you think of these stories? Let us know in the comments below.